today we're checking out Natsuhiko's route in Norn9 Last Era. I'm quite excited for this one because his story is quite interesting because he's like originally almost like your enemy. The enemy of all you people on the ship, and he's not like an Esper or anything, so it's unusual that you do end up with him in one of the routes. So I'm curious where theirs will kind of go since... Oh, we get a cute picture at the start! Yes! I love when they give me like a cute picture right away. It's like, thanks, that's what I'm here for. Why do you like the stars so much? When I asked this, he mulled it over a moment before answering. The stars, or rather astronomy, is a scientific field that allows us humans to discover ourselves. I'm liking this one already because as you guys know, I'm Safi. Stars. And I love the stars. Stars are great. I live on a star. The Star Kingdom is all stars. The stars above us can teach us what kind of world we're living in and what timeline we're in as well. Astronomy has also taught me that it isn't a perfectly systematic science, and that it does change with time. People and stars seem to have nothing in common, but a number of similarities exist between them. Like humans, stars too flicker in and out of existence. No matter how bright the star is, it eventually will die. But one star's ending spells another's beginning. The cloud of debris that lingers after its death becomes a cosmic nursery. We're getting big words now. Constituent elements as well as hydrogen, oxygen, and carbon also originate from outer space. One could argue that humans, just like stars, are children of the cosmos. Astronomy is the science best suited for objectively looking at oneself as a single individual. That, Natsuhiko said, is why he loved the stars. It was quite the complex answer, and it made me realize all over again how perfectly this field of science fitted him. The reason he always examined everything so coolly was probably a product of what he had learned studying astronomy. His passion for research was unmistakable. No matter how cool, collected, and perhaps even humorless he might have seemed, his use of the phrase "children of the cosmos" suggested he was a dreamer at heart. Natsuhiko could do anything he put his mind to. He could create anything from robots to ships, and piloting came as easy to him as breathing. He's too smart for his own good. Can I get some of that intelligence, please? I need it. I'm rather... my head's rather empty. You hear that? You hear that? Yeah, there's not much in there. But for all his talent and creations, he loved the stars the most. He shined brightest whenever he looked up at the night sky. All these things made me fall for him. The way he sounded so cold sometimes, though there was a warmth hidden behind it all. The way he would light up like an excited child whenever he discovered something new. I loved the dreamer in him too. Every unique aspect of him was like a star twinkling in the sky, so captivating that I could not peel my eyes away even if I tried. You okay? I tried the recipe I learned in the village we lived in before. I hope you like it. Natsuhiko? Oh, sure. Is he okay? Oh, he's sleepy. He's falling asleep. Slow rhythmic breaths slipped through his slightly parted lips. The bowl in his hand nearly tipped over, and I frantically reached out to stop it in time. I knew it. He stayed up late again last night. Since Natsuhiko was an astronomer, I knew I could not ask him to go to bed and rise with the sun. Even so, he had been neglecting his health too much lately. What astronomers truly needed are proper meals and personal care, so I had been limiting myself to only helping with astronomical observations once every 3 days. If I was still sleepy, I could adjust my schedule to sleep in. Natsuhiko, however, detested indolence, and he refused to make any adjustments to his schedule. Keeping a schedule is one thing, but if he continues in this manner, he is going to make himself sick. I want to climb a mountain. Is he sleep-talking? Huh? One with a summit 13,000 feet above sea level. Why? Why? Has he discovered a new hobby? Natsuhiko, if you are so tired, why not sleep in your bed? No need. I still have measured values to input. You can do that after you take a nap. If I let myself sleep, it will take too much time for my mind to be at full capacity again. Standing under a waterfall will fix that in an instant. It is also a good way to collect your thoughts. You know, sometimes you sound almost like an ascetic monk. This ship does have a waterfall on it after all. We had borrowed Norn, the ship I previously traveled on with my other companions, and it was currently serving as our home. Of course, it was no longer flying. Norn had been grounded on this island where Natsuhiko was born. We had actually been sleeping at the island's lab until recently, but Natsuhiko had insisted he was not able to relax there, so we moved here instead. We hauled aboard a bunch of old used equipment, and it did not take us long to create our own lab inside the Norn. Seeing Natsuhiko aboard the Norn actually makes it harder for me to relax. It was better in the lab, of course, which was populated by a number of unfamiliar scientists. But the Norn was where Natsuhiko and I first met, when we were enemies. Thinking back on it now, I suppose I was quite rude, calling him a barbarian and all that, and swearing things would not go the way he wanted. Truthfully, my behavior then was understandable. It was only natural to act tough against one's enemy. But it was also natural for me to look back at it all and regret the remarks I had made, and feel intensely ashamed of how I acted. There he goes again. We've lost him. Meanwhile, the victim of my terrible behavior seemed entirely unaffected. Perhaps the exhaustion was why he was currently snoring away. I did not see the ever-present deep wrinkle on his forehead. Asleep like this, he looked no different from a child who was wiped out after a day of playing. Honestly, when he's just stargazing or sleeping, he looks so harmless. Does he look dangerous otherwise? If you're going to sleep, then sleep. Same goes for eating. You need to pick one and stick with it. I'll eat. He opened his mouth, but he did not even try to pick up his chopsticks, and his eyes were still closed. Would I be correct in assuming you want me to feed you? Natsuhiko nodded. He is so cute. That was the word that nearly popped out of my mouth, but I swallowed it back before it could fully form. Here, open wide. He's like half asleep, so I don't know if he realized what he's saying. But oh well, he's getting fed now. I had to wonder if it was suffocating for him to be so intensely rational and so extremely bullheaded that it almost demanded respect. He always had a plan drawn up in his mind, not just for his research, but for his entire daily routine. But right now, he had removed his protective armor, leaving himself exposed and vulnerable before me. He looked utterly hopeless, and the fact that I could see him like this and be filled with such joy only proved to me how much I really cared for him. It was strange, really. What first pulled me to him was his strength, but it was now his weakness that I fell in love with. Even now, I felt so happy when he allowed me to dote on him like this. After finishing his meal, Natsuhiko sipped on his coffee. His eyes had been closed, but they were gradually opening. By the time I finished washing the dishes, he was already fully awake. The moment I returned to the dining hall, he wrapped his arms around me. The food was delicious as always. You're making good use of the knowledge you gained while living in the village. Good to see you are feeling so good even though you were half asleep while you ate. What do you mean I was fully awake? You mean you did it on purpose? A grin spread over his lips as he spoke. He apparently wanted to pretend as if nothing had just happened now. Mikoto, would you be able to stay awake tonight? There is something I want to show you. It's a comet I've been keeping my eye on for a while. It'll finally be close enough tonight to see it with the naked eye. Let's watch it together. A comet? You've been observing this one for a long time, right? Do comets not move much faster than that? So you've developed an interest in comets now, have you? Perfect. Allow me to elaborate about the minute detail. Wait, no, stop, please. Have mercy. Minute detail. Maybe another time. Panicked, I quickly backed out before he began a long sermon. I enjoyed listening to him, of course, but now is not the time for that. I understand tonight is important to you, but you should get some sleep before then. But I still haven't integrated yesterday's observations. He's a workaholic. You have been using it as an excuse not to sleep for ages, but today you are going to listen to me and do as I ask. He pressed his lips into a thin line, as if he was not fully convinced he should obey my orders. Despite his skill persuading others, his silence seemed to indicate that he had surrendered. Very well, but on one condition. Yes? I have nothing against sleep, but it needs to be quality sleep if I'm going to do it. I haven't the faintest idea what you are getting at, but the bed is plenty comfortable. I need a body pillow in order to sleep. It sounds so weird to say I need a body pillow, like, you know, rather than just saying a person to hug or something, or to hold. This is a body pillow? I think he's a nerd, guys, if he knows about the body pills, I think. As soon as he said that, he lifted me up in his arms. Hold on, are you being serious? Don't worry, I won't fall asleep immediately thanks to the coffee I just drank. He just thinks we're worried he'll collapse on the way while carrying her. How is that supposed to reassure me? I have things to do, you know. You are not a child. Sleep by yourself. Indeed, I'm not a child, which is why I want you with me. Understand? I've been so consumed with my research lately that I haven't gotten an opportunity to watch you sleep. That makes it hard to stay motivated. It's not that he's missing out on sleep, it's that he's missing out on watching sleep. He's like, I need to catch up on my sleep program. Hold on. Fine, I get it. Now put me down. We will both be embarrassed if someone sees us. There's no one else on this ship but us. Masamune and the Islanders only come if they have business here. Which means one of them will come right now. Watch. It's actually nice carrying you around in my arms. This way you have no choice but to go along with me. Maybe I'll start using this method more often. Oh, that's sneaky. That is sneaky. It's your own fault. Each time I try to put my arms around you, you blush and try to escape. Seeing you run only activates my prey drive. The way he words things, man. So strange. I'm trying to say that this is not the place for embarrassing conversations like that. Oh, where should we have them instead? Well, at the very least, we... Oh, there you are. I told you somebody would come. I told you, and it's the kid. It's the kid of all people. I've been looking for you. I was hoping that you could finally listen to my... why are you doing that? Holding me Koto like that, I mean? Go. I smacked Natsuhiko in the chest. The moment his hold on me loosened, I jumped out of his arms. Are you hurt or something? Yeah, I tripped. Really? You're such a puss. Is it so bad you can't walk on your own? Yes, I fell down the stairs and banged myself up quite badly. I love, like, when people use these excuses and it's like, clearly there's no evidence of, like, any way them being hurt at all. Like, there's not a scratch on them, and it's like, oh yeah, I totally fell down the stairs, and it's like, I don't see anything, there's nothing. Weird how you were able to land such a hard punch on Natsuhiko after all that. A punch? No, that was just a little jab, right? If you consider that a jab, you need to learn how to better control your strength. Oh, forget about me already, you said you came here to talk to Natsuhiko. Oh yeah, right, Natsuhiko, no more putting it off. Today you're finally going to help me. That again, it's high time you gave up. No, the Islanders said it'd be impossible without you. I need you to help fix Ain or Aini? Is that how you say it? Another name for Ion. She was a weapon created to reset humanity, but to Sarada she was a friend. Sarada had come to see Natsuhiko in order to beg him for his assistance. I don't want to restore her as a weapon. I want to return her to the way she was originally. You may feel that way, but the Islanders don't. Why would you help? We can make sure the Islanders aren't involved if that bothers you. I wouldn't trust them. It's not as simple as that. Natsuhiko averted his gaze. He had attempted to destroy Ion completely in order to stop the world's continued interference with humanity's progress. But now he had relinquished his weapons and given up fighting. Part of what prompted that decision was that Ion had ceased functioning, which meant humanity could no longer be reset. But I do understand where Sarada is coming from. I had not really spoken with Ion much, but if the two of us could have spent more time together, I think I would have come to like her. She had spent so long hoping for peace for humanity. Like Sarada, I found myself wanting to meet her again. Even assuming we did revive her as Ain, we have no idea what the Islanders are plotting. They might alter her and turn her into Ion again. A scientist shouldn't create something unless he can handle the repercussions. Sarada gritted his teeth and glared at Natsuhiko, who maintained an unaffected poker face as he stared down his nose. Sparks seemed to fly between them. That's why I said I shoulder the responsibility, you blockhead. It's not as simple as that. Don't throw around the word responsibility when you're too ignorant to grasp what it entails. Oh, he called him a brat? Oh my goodness. It means assuming all accountabilities for one's deeds and their consequences. It's the weight of it that you don't understand, not the meaning. Is it really so wrong to want to see a friend again? Sorata, reviving Ain is equivalent to creating the infrastructure for a weapon. You're merely a victim of the Islanders' schemes. It's about time you got that through your head. Natsuhiko, you don't have to put it so. Sorata slammed his foot into Natsuhiko's shin with all the might he could muster. A crack formed in Natsuhiko's stoic facade. He reached out and grabbed Sorata's head with both hands. Then, with Sorata's head in a vice grip, he began shaking back and forth. You got guts kicking me like that, you rotten brat. Dang! Don't hurt him! Natsuhiko, stop that! Styles I immediately attempted to intervene. How could he even get into a fight with a child over 10 years younger than him? She's telling you to let go of my head. If I stop growing because of you, then what? That's not my problem. Oh, so you're afraid of me getting taller, huh? I get it now. You're terrified I'll outgrow you and be the one looking down my nose at you. That would first require your height to exceed mine to some degree. Given I'm 5'10", you would need to be at least 6'2" to properly look down on me. I highly doubt you'll ever grow that tall. I love how, like, immature the argument is, but it's so funny. I think I will end off here. That was a cute one too, though. I like it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye bye. 3, 2, 1, poofos.